All right, so do you love wine? We love pets, we love wine, we love brunch. Hey, this is a really good February, first day of February show, yay. So, and we also love the Quad City Business News. Deborah Mainville-Knight, great to have you back with us.
Sandy Moss, I'm thrilled to be here.
I tell you, the Quad City Business News, you tell us all about the wonderful news.
This is the best paper in town. Listen, if you want business news, this is what you need to be reading, right?
And if we don't have business, we don't have a life, because that does everything. It brings us food, it brings us cars, it brings, you know, you name it, business gets it for us.
That's right, business, health, and education. That's what we cover. Oh. And we distribute a lot of these papers, around 10,000 of them.
Whoa.
So we've got almost 30,000 readers every single month.
I tell you, that is amazing numbers. I mean, we're Quad Cities. We have I don't know what our population is now, but that's like 1 for every 20 people or something. It's like
something
really
like
cool.
that.
So do we have a healthy business community, do you think?
Do we have a healthy business community?
Yeah.
I think it's growing. I think it's expanding. I think it's very exciting, actually. And a lot of the people who are in business in the area are writing for our paper. And that's the best, because it's all local news. This is not the wire services, you know, plopped in here. These are people who own businesses and who are writing about their profession, giving people more information, and we also have our own reporters, our own correspondents who are out covering the news.
Yep.
Business
so
news.
Old news, business, you know, new business, and you know, ones that are, whatever. We're going to find out what's going on, what's happening, and I tell you, it's just educational. Well, speaking of a great business that's been around for a while, we have Val Jefferies on. Nice to have you.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
This is a great button. You're the wine manager at Prescott's Gathering Place. I mentioned a Raven Cafe.
The Raven Cafe, yes. So we are the Raven is a little bit of everything. We like to call ourselves Prescott's Gathering Place because we see a lot of people from the community, and we have a really nice sense of community within our place. And we cover a lot of aspects. We are a coffee shop, we are a live music venue, we are an art gallery, we are a craft beer and wine bar, and a phenomenal restaurant as well. So we have a lot of those aspects, so we have a lot to offer.
Best chai latte ever.
Love our chai.
And the coolest Raven sculpture that I just would like to put in my pocket and go home with.
And what about the patio?
Oh, yes, and then you have this wonderful upstairs patio.
Yes, and all local artisans did all of that. We really support local art, and all of the bar was built by locals, and the patio was sculpted by locals, and so those are all Prescott people that came together to make the Raven what it is. So
it's incredibly creative place, like you say, food, drink, and just atmosphere and music as well. So how long's the Raven been around?
We are coming on 12 years this year.
Wow.
Yeah, same owner, same local owner. He also owns the Peregrine Book Company and the Grey Dog Guitar Shop as well. So all great
Two of my
local,
other favorite places.
So great local businesses, and Ty is phenomenal, and he's still trucking along. And
well, here's the thing. Now, I've been in Prescott for, oh my goodness, 24 years. Can you believe that? I was just counting them up last night going, I'm going on like 24 and a half years.
We need to have a party. Celebration for your 25th.
There you go. It's a big deal.
That's right, because it's, I don't know, a silver anniversary. What is 25th? Silver?
I don't know.
Yes, it is. It's silver. What, are you married, girl? Everybody knows that. You're like, if we can just make it to the silver. No. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm in one of those moods today. So, but the Raven, here's the thing about it. I've been here a long time. I used to work across the street at the Courier when it was there in the old days. And I mean, that thing just changed over businesses, and nothing ever stayed there. The Raven came in, and from the minute the doors opened, it was a popular, packed out place where everybody went. When you say Prescott's Gathering Place, you're not bragging. It's actually the truth.
Right, right. And we really love the community that we have there. Our regulars are like family. Our staff is like family. We are very, very proud of the work that we do in supporting the community and, you know, with local and bringing in a lot of organics and sustainable products. And so we're really passionate about our mission.
Bands, you get, you know, bands from all over the world, literally, that come in there at different times. And, you know, some you've heard of and a lot you haven't. And, I mean, when they come back and you've already fallen in love with them, it's like, yes, they were at the Raven last year. Right. You know, I mean, so that's really a great gift. The art, as you mentioned, is great. But, hey, you're in charge of the wine.
Yes, so what I do, so because we cover so many aspects at the Raven, it's important that we have somebody kind of focusing in on all of those aspects just to make sure that they're all covered. So my very difficult job job is dealing with wine every day, which I love. I know. Feel bad for me. It's so hard. So basically what my focus is, and what, since I got hired about 2 years ago, is to kind of change the idea about wine at the Raven. So I think when you're thinking about where do I go in Prescott to get a really great glass of wine, the Raven's not really at the top of your list. You're thinking
because
coffee.
it's a real
You're
casual
thinking,
hangout place.
Yes, yeah, you're thinking it's casual.
Because you have designer beers and everything too.
Yeah, great craft beer list. Great, and our beer manager does a phenomenal job sculpting that list as well.
But there's wine.
Yes, and I'm trying to kind of make those equal in people's minds. And so what I do is I have crafted a list that we have over 100 bottles in our restaurant at any given time. And they range from something that you can sip a lot of and hang out and party while you're watching a band, or you can really splurge on and treat yourself, as I like to say.
So these aren't like box wines. I mean, you're talking like
yeah. Well, and we do
high-end
have box
wines?
wines. I don't
Okay.
hate on box wines, but
Okay.
yeah.
I know
got
they
some
say
really
those are really good.
great
but
stuff.
Are
Some
they
really
local
high-
wines, or where do you get all
We
these?
do support a bunch of local wines. I try to rotate them in. We have a couple by the glass right now that are really phenomenal and selling great. But I also like to do, things from all over the world. And I also like to specialize in wines that maybe you haven't heard of before. And so our staff is trained to kind of give you tastes of things and educate and maybe get you out of your wine box, so to speak. So
Very clever,
yeah.
Val. No, because it's true. You find one you like, and then you kind of stick with it, and you
Right.
don't find that there might be some you actually like better. And
Exactly.
wine is kind of an occasional thing, occasion thing, not occasional. That
Right.
makes it ale.
could
No,
be both.
occasion thing.
Not for
where,
me, but
you
for
know,
other people.
like you say, you can be celebrating an anniversary, so maybe you want like something bigger, or maybe you just want a little sip of your favorite.
Right.
It depends on what you want, what you're celebrating, and when for.
Yes.
And it's so helpful when someone can, if I can say, what about this blah blah blah, and they can tell me where it comes from, what the flavor is, in terms I can understand. Don't get too flowery. I mean, you're like, I don't know, like tint of wood or something scares me.
Right.
But anyway.
And that's a part of it too. We try to keep it very, laid back. Wine should not be intimidating. A lot of what I write in the Quad Cities Business News is to make people feel comfortable ordering wine and trying new things and kind of bringing it down off of that ledge that I think we've put wine on for a long
Well,
time.
definitely you could do that right at the Raven Cafe. Val
Yes.
Jefferies, thanks for educating us a bit about that too.
Yes,
everything.
no
There's stuff
problem.
under the Raven you don't have. And then
A lot of
Deborah
stuff.
Mainville-Knight, thank you.
Yeah,
Quad City
thanks.
Business News on your stands right now. Get out and get it. Learn
Ask
about your
your
businesses.
135 locations to pick up the
Woo,
paper.
see, you can't miss it. Just
Come
like that.
on.
All right.